Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ Sketch, and welcome back to the channel. And we're gonna talk about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But there's some things that are good about this game, and there's some things that are not so good about this game. Actually, there's a lot that's not so good about this game. But we're gonna get into it. Also, I'm gonna give this game a fair chance. I'm gonna give it a fair review. Yeah, I'm already reviewing it. I didn't play Spec Ops because honestly there is little to no content there. But we're gonna unpack the rest of this. So first things first, the campaign. Surprisingly, not since we finally got another one since Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign for whatever reason. They subbed that out for Battle Royale last year, and like I said, the campaign, it's not bad. The campaign is not bad at all. Also, there's some twists. There are some familiar characters that you will see that if you've played Modern Warfare 1 or 2, you're going to recognize some folks besides Captain Price. I was hoping to see Soap in this one, but I guess that's technically Modern Warfare 2. But we'll see what happens with that in the future if they continue on with this modern reboot of the franchise. But the campaign itself is actually pretty sick. There are some moments where you're like, oh shit, and actually have some like holy shit moments. Those are totally there. Also, there's some moments too, actually, once you get past like the initial first maybe 2 to 3 hours, like it's kind of a shoot by numbers affair. But at the same time, the new engine, it looks good. For the campaign, it works out pretty dang well, I have to admit. And overall, the campaign is basically the best part of this game. So honestly, I'll go ahead and tell you this right now. If you want to check out the new Modern Warfare, I say go ahead and Redbox it. If you don't want to pay the 50 to 60 bucks to buy it outright, I say check it out like as a rental. Hit up Gamefly or whatever, whichever service you prefer, or Redbox. It doesn't matter. The campaign is definitely worth the playthrough. But the glaring issue, or actually one of several glaring issues, is the multiplayer. Like the multiplayer is, there is potential there. Like, honestly, it could be good. And honestly, it very well could be the thing to save this franchise. But the way the devs had to go about making these maps for the multiplayer, trying to provide a safe space for new players, as they said. This is actually quotes from the Infinity Ward developers, or at least a couple of them. I have no idea what their roles were with the people that were interviewed, but at the same time, this is where their direct quote said they wanted to provide a safe space for new players to feel welcome, and to also allow them to have a space to do whatever it is they want to do. Also, after that, the quote, I stopped. It was too long, didn't read, kind of deal. So basically what you got is the maps. The maps are the main downfall of this game as far as the current state of it. The maps are fucking garbage. Yes, I said that correctly. The maps are fucking garbage. Garbuda, T-Rash. And just the fact that the way they have these things set up how they do, especially with these maps, there's a couple that are okay. Honestly, I was kind of surprised even with what I was talking about with the beta. The beta maps are the best maps in the game, and I even said this about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Like, I'm saying, if this is the best they have to offer as far as these map designs, that's going to be a problem depending on what these DLC maps are looking like, even though those are free this time around. At least so we think. I guess we'll really see what happens once it happens and if it happens. But these maps are pretty much like the main problem with this game, aside from the fact of how they have things set up. So I even mentioned before in the beta review video, claymores need to be unlocked way later, just to avoid them being abused. And as luck would have it, claymores are the first fucking thing you unlock in this game, dude. Like, honestly, you can start a class as soon as you hit level 4. You got the claymores ready to go. And also, as soon as you have that restock perk unlocked, which is honestly not far behind that, you can lay 2 of those down. And then when you have the ammunition box, you can keep resupplying them all day, every day, dude. Like, there's points where you can actually lock down maps, or lock down sections of maps, just because you have this many claymores just to fuck around and use. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's utterly ridiculous. The time to kill being as fast as it is, and just the fact that now there's all these mechanics that were recycled from COD Ghosts, like, people forgot about that game, but honestly, this game feels like COD Ghost 2, and like that's not good. Like, that's not good at all. Just the fact that you can literally run into a room. Also, if you run in this game, you're gonna get worked because this game is not rusher friendly whatsoever. And it's like, dude, it's like, what were these developers thinking? Like, the fact they actually came out on interview and legit said they're trying to like make a safe space for new players, and then when asked, is this gonna punish the hardcore players that have been playing this for a while, they got stunned, dude. Like, literally, they got hit with a stun grenade trying to make that fucking response. Like, I don't know. We don't think so. But anybody that knows their ass from a hole in the ground can clearly see this is a problem. This is a real serious problem. And also, I've been watching some COD streams. I've been watching people that actually were like legit hyped on this game when it first came out. The hype very, very quickly faded within just a week and a half. I guess this game's maybe been out for 2 weeks now. And, man, the hype is waning with most people. And those are the ones that were hyped on it at all to begin with. The people that really weren't jazzed on it off the rip, they were real quick to condemn this game. Like, honestly, there's only a few people that I can think of that even still think this game is decent. And it's a very, very small amount, myself included. I gave it a shot. I wanted to see if it was going to be decent. I was like, maybe they'll improve some things somewhere down the line. But no. No. Like, the multiplayer is honestly going to be one of the main things that's going to ruin this game, because that's currently what's happening at the moment. The campaign is really the only saving grace with this package. So I know I'm not really being specific about what is wrong with this game, but I'll go ahead and just give you a real short list, because honestly that's really all you have to hear. Even with a new engine, it's sparkly, it's shiny, it looks good, it's still fucking garbage. Like, the spawns are atrocious. I said this before. The map design itself, it is fucking garbage. The guns are good. Gun sounds are awesome, but at the same time, your character will make all these ultra loud callouts. So you're gonna get spotted, or you're gonna be heard, because everybody is sound whoring in this game constantly. The footsteps, too loud. Like, if you have a headset, it can be a bad headset. It can be either $30 or $300. Footsteps, too fucking loud. Perks are asinine and mediocre at best. The weapons are awesome. Like, also you see the P90 come back. You see a lot of also weapons that you would want to use and rush around and run a gun with. Those are all there, but at the same time, attachments and things you would want to put on it as you would think would improve the weapon only diminish the advantages that you would think you would have. So with this, that's only the kill streaks are good too, but at the same time, like, the map design is again so ass. It is so assy that your kill streaks are more or less useless, except for the ones that actually let you know where people are on the map. Also, the mini map is also fucked in this game. So this is just honestly skimming the tip of the iceberg, because this game is still relatively fresh, which is a bad thing, because people are already like they're over it. They're fucking over it, myself included. And this one, we haven't even seen the microtransactions yet. Like, that's the other thing too. Like, they have stuff that honestly could potentially boost this game and have it be that juice. But then you check the expiration date. That juice expired 2, if not 3 weeks ago. So I really, especially at this date, unless they pull what Sledgehammer Games did with World War II, I can't recommend this shit to anybody, except for the fact to play the campaign, rent the game. I'd say rent it from Redbox, whatever, or borrow it from a friend that was foolish enough to buy it. Just to see how the campaign is, because the campaign is honestly the saving grace of this game, period. But at the same time, it is short. Even on Harden, you'll basically finish it in under 10 hours. And for that alone, I mean, that does not justify paying $50 to $60, if not more, if you're dumb enough to buy the special edition with the night vision goggles and all that shit. It is not justified. So for this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and I know I've been banging on for this for over 10 minutes now, but this one, 6 out of 10, 60. Mediocre, needs to go back to the drawing board. You need to do your fucking homework, Infinity Ward, because Black Ops 4, like, they're about to go ahead and make their supply drops, or whatever you want to call them, to where you can actually pick what you want, how it was in Black Ops 2. So people are about to straight up abandon ship on this one and go back to Black Ops 4, which honestly is something that I'm I was baffled to hear that one. I was like, really? Even Treyarch's about to fuck you up like a year and a half or so after their like miserable fuck heap of a game came out a year ago. So, yeah, I mean, if that says anything, do with that what you will. I mean, this is just my opinion, but at the same time, if you have a working brain in your head, honestly, you're probably thinking the same thing, and that just the maps and game modes are mostly going to be the undoing of this game, that and the ruthless camping. Like, they made this game too camper-friendly. So, play that if you want to, but also if you want to play a game that's supposed to be a, quote fingers, tactical shooter, play Battlefield. Even though the last few Battlefields, those have been terrible too. Or if you really want to play like a real tactical game and really actually be able to use the lean mechanic how it should be, just play Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Deuces.